time that I would, and I could dream about things like how a bullet flies through the air like a silver spaceship, traveling over the dark clouds and dropping itself into the soil of a garden before blooming as a rose one early morning. Somehow these three little pictures in my head were long gone. For a moment I was struggling for thoughts, ideas. I hoped I would come from far away. So I stepped into this yellow bathroom to once again see myself in my mirror. Roll up. Baby in your garden. More than once tonight.
Approach the drums in a different way, being really tired of playing the drums always in the same way. So kind of looking for different ways, different sounds that are possible with like really simple material actually, because all of these things are really simple and it's just about trying to find as many different ways as possible.
Time was absent by then, like a silent earthquake that woke nobody at all.
I was always a drummer, and then I got really tired of playing drums, so I stopped with drums and I used only electronics and microphones, where I'd have small objects on a table with mics everywhere, all over the table. So I could play this kind of stuff and use different mics to bring up the amplification and play with feedback and this kind of stuff. So it was still very much percussion, but the idea was amplifying like very, very small sounds.
Our time declare itself without words, lies away.
Trying to think about all these different things where sometimes you can't hear exactly every single element, but when one element stops or changes, then suddenly you're able to hear what was already there, you know, if you know what I mean. So it's...
Time is now.
Music with anything. You can make music with just this. So then whatever you hear in here, it's what you want to express. Then that should be first. And then after you decide how you want to do it.
Raise the moustache.
Solo is really boring. Like if you have a guy who's just playing like...
Some people enjoy like...
you know this problem as a drummer. It's like... we all do. It's like when it's just loud and fast, it's basically like interesting. It's phenomenal. So, yeah. One idea and doing different ways of approaching this one idea, and it just keeps them all pretty amazing. Playing just rhythmic it was I wanted to be not like specifically a soloist, but be able to play melodies and
Steady sky.
I think we spend too much time like saying, this is jazz or this is rock. It's like, who cares? Who cares?
You see those letters? That, span and clean and long and short.
But it's still being repeated. Yeah, and it's still a sense, we say in English, like you have time, but you also have pulse. And pulse is, this word. Pulse is like, for example, the heartbeat. It's not always exactly the same, but it's regular. You know what I mean? It's this idea of repetition that is a bit more flexible. It's a bit more like this. It can go a bit faster, a bit slower, but it's repetitive. Yeah, so you do have the more traditional music scene, of course, and then you always have people like wanting to push a little bit the possibility.